Hello guys, and welcome to the first in a new format of UK Card Club card review videos. Until recently I've been recording all my reviews with a face down view of my hands and just talking about a deck, opening a deck, reviewing it, giving my opinion and then closing it. Not literally closing the deck, but closing the video. To be honest, I wanted to be able to invest my time properly into doing card reviews because I'm really passionate about playing cards. I'm really passionate about Magic. I'm not very good at cardistry, but I'm really passionate about the industry. I wanted to be able to say that I was giving my all with every review, and I didn't feel like I was. It felt quite monotonous after a while, just sort of recording the same thing, editing it in the same way. But I had really limited ability with Final Cut and how to edit videos. So I was kind of limited in that sense. I felt like I owed it to myself, and I owed it to anyone that's willing to view it, whether it's 1 view, 100 views, 1,000 views, to put my all into every review video. So I took a little time out. I spent some time learning Final Cut and learning how to edit videos, and I'm kind of now getting around to attempting to do it properly. So this is the first in what I hope to be a series of many reviews done in this format. If you could leave me a comment or just let me know a bit of feedback about how you think it goes, and I will hopefully continue like this. Today we're going to be reviewing the Orbit V7s, the 7th edition in the Orbit set. Bought half brick of these and half brick of the parallels. I haven't had a chance to, I haven't even opened the parallels yet. I've been using these. I'm really excited by this deck. I've been a massive fan of Orbit. V6 are probably one of my favourite decks, along with the V5s and the V6. I'm in love with this colour scheme, so I was sort of really excited to get these. And yeah, I was one of the first people, well, presumably one of the first people to order, because I managed to get some of the Cardistry Con V1s as well, and they sold out relatively quickly. So yeah, I'm presuming I was one of the first people to order. They arrived about a week or so ago, and I've been using them ever since. I absolutely love them. They feel incredible. I'm kind of wasting this potential feedback that I can give during the review in the close-ups, but yeah, it's just a phenomenal deck of cards, and let's get down to it. So on the front of the tuck case here, we have a very beautiful sort of sci-fi scape. It almost looks like a sort of purple/red sunset behind the sort of Orbit mountain range you can see there. And this is kind of how I imagine, if you visualize the Matrix almost. It's like a flat plane of like futuristic flooring. So here we have a very beautiful color scheme, the pink and purple. So the back design we have here, which is a very cool sort of nightscape, a view of the stars, which is embedded into that sort of parallel landscape. Then we have a very cool purple and pink sort of mountain range, and the signature Orbit right there with the two guys. Got a circular blue and pink seal. Got 23 written in sort of digital calculator style writing. Orbit across the front. Distributed by the OrbitRound.com, San Jose, California. Illustrated by Daniel Schneider. 7th edition. The last release, the V6, they had a sort of UFO. Now they've got a DeLorean and a sort of rainbow trail to get inside. The deeper you gaze into the cosmos, the harder it is to look back. I think this is the same as the saying on the inside of the V6. And then you have here the persist and endure. On the inside, you have some 3D specs and a sort of satellite. And then on the inside, you have the design for the V7 parallels. Now, as far as I know, the story goes that Orbit Brown's wife fell in love with this design so much she said it should be a card back in its own right, and that's how the parallel edition was born. On the inside, we have We Are Orbit, you can see down there. Underneath here, I'm presuming it'd say 2019 7 of 12, like the V6s did, obviously saying 6 of 12. Orbit Brown there, in a astronaut's costume, with his dog. 23 there, signature number. I'm not entirely sure whose signature that is. Daniel Schneider by the look of it, but it's very cool. So you do have duplicate jokers. You got a double backer. There is a duplicate 8 of spades, obviously for your good old-fashioned magic tricks. And then we get into the deck here. So they've got a beautiful vision, which is actually, from what I imagine, their view. You know, you see the dog behind the astronaut there, so that's their view of Saturn by the look of it, from the moon. Persist and endure. The pips and indices, these are from an old Arco deck. If you have a look, they're kind of not poorly printed, but they're not perfect. They're sort of a bit juddery lines, and they're sort of, as far as I know, they've scanned up an old Arco deck, and Daniel Schneider filled it in. Orbit brown there. I'm loving the purple and pink, sort of almost like a lilac pink, and then a sort of almost royal purple there, but I love it. It's very Saved by the Bell sort of 90s feel to it. Oh, just beautiful. Now, I've used this deck a lot, as you can see. From the minute I received them, fell in love. So nice, man. This is like a sort of dark, almost indigo blue, or navy blue. Handling is incredible. The stock they use is just beautiful. Feels so nice. It looks amazing. The back design, so good. A bit like in X-Men, where they have that sort of simulation training room. And it looks like the sort of floor and the ceiling, and then almost a black hole has been torn into like the middle of the room. I love the contrast in the mountain range, how the light's sort of broken up in different sections. Here you can just see the highlight and the shadow of each almost mountain. I'm slightly disappointed, and that's a very slight, but I really love the overlapping meteor in the V5 and the UFO in the V6. I'd really like if they'd have done it again, which I haven't actually opened my parallels yet, which I'm going to review, but I believe they overlap the border, which kind of makes up for that for me. The stars and the constellation are brilliant. I love the fact they've marked this deck as well. I'm not going to explain it to you. I don't know how long it will stay in stock in all these various places that will stock it, but I imagine it's still going to be widely available. The V5s and the V6s are still on sale now. They just shuffle brilliantly, they fan brilliantly, they riffle brilliantly. Perfection. Exactly what I want from a deck of cards. It's not let down by the lack of swoosh going across the borders, but I would have been a lot happier had it been. I think the colour scheme from this deck and some of the features, like the system on the back, is my favourite, but I also, just for the fact of the UFO flicking through the borders, I'm gonna have to say I'm still in love with the V6, maybe even the V5. It's hard to know. I'm in love with them. So there we have it. That's my review for the V7 Orbit deck, the 7th edition. Yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that it was informative or maybe helpful. If you want to get a deck of these, the orbitbrown.com, orbit.af. They're still in stock. They'll be in stock for a while, I'd imagine. Quite a large number of these were made, so that's great, because if you love them as much as I do and you're going to end up killing them. I mean, these are pretty discoloured, and I've only had these about a week or so, but they're just so nice. They're beautiful cards. So yeah, check them out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time when we'll be reviewing something else. Take care.